Hello, hello, and welcome to the Fairy Coach Tarot channel. Today we have a different type of reading, one that is for love and romantic relationships. And we are going to pick a card, pick a deck, pick a fairy, and we're going to look at what are the energies influencing the relationship, what is something that we need to release in the relationship, and what is something that we need to focus on to make the relationship better. Now, we're coming to the point of like, you really want this relationship, you really want to be in this relationship. So the focus will be to what to do to make it better, right? And again, you're going to pick a deck, pick a fairy, and then we'll draw those three cards, right? What the energies are that are influencing the relationship, what to release, and what to put your focus on to make it even better. All right, so let's connect with the breath as always. So inhale through the nose, hold it at the top, and exhale through the mouth, making that exhale longer than the inhale, just like blowing a birthday candle. We're gonna do it 2 more times. Inhale, hold at the top, and exhale gently. And I hope you're starting to feel more loose, more relaxed. Let's do it one last time. Inhale, hold, and exhale. The breath regulates our nervous system, and it also helps us connect with our intuition and connect with each other. All right, so now pick the fairy that calls you more, the pink, the blue, or the yellow, or the deck that resonates more with you. Ready? All right, let's begin with the pink fairy. And we are going to get the card saying what's influencing the relationship right now. Oops, this one. And what do we need to release? Or what needs to be released in this relationship? Oh, and we got 2 cards for this. And now what to focus on to make the relationship stronger? All right, so what are the energies underneath, like that underneath the surface? And we have the 3 of Wands. So underneath the surface, we have a relationship that wants to grow, right? There is a spark, there is that fire. There is potential, right? So it's a relationship with potential and has the potential to grow. So that's a very positive influence right now of energy underneath the surface. Now, for what needs to be released, so we got 2 cards. One is the High Priestess and the other the Magician. Wow, wow, wow. Extremely powerful. They both wanted to come at the same time. So here, what is something that needs to be released? These are positive cards and are powerful cards because they are both major arcana. But here we have them in the context of what to be released. And we have that perhaps at this time, it is best not to try to read so much into the relationship. So it's when we are really into someone, or we make that relationship out the center of our life, sometimes we can try to read into anything, a behavior, something that was said. So the cards are telling you to release right now the need to um, pinpoint at everything, right? So to go more with the flow and not to be trying to find what's wrong or to see why the other person has a specific mood, but just go with the flow. So release that need to understand, to try to find something negative in it, because right now the relationship has the potential to go to better, and maybe nitpicking and trying to find problems with it or reading when somebody has a bad mood can actually not help here. And not only that, but is saying, you know what? The relationship should flow. So here the magician is saying, besides trying to read or uh, nitpick on everything, release that part that wants to control everything. Let it flow. Here we have the relationship has the energy of growing. Release trying to force it to grow your way or forcing things to do. Release that and just let go and let it flow in the way it's meant to be, right? So, energies of growth with releasing, nitpicking and reading into small things, and also releasing the need to to manipulate the relationship in a certain way. Let it develop as it flows, right? And what to focus on? Huh, we have another major arcana, and it's a negative, usually, or negative butte as the tower. But here, no, when we put it in the constant on the context of what to focus on, it goes very well together with this, because it's telling right now you need to focus on the foundation of this relationship, right? So in order to grow right, there it has to be a good foundation. And how do you create a good foundation for this relationship? It's all about communication, understanding, not trying to change the other person, but just seeing why this relationship is. What's the why it needs to grow? Perhaps it's a bond that stays for many years, forever, or maybe a bond that it's for a season. Maybe it will teach you something about yourself. Maybe it will teach you something about um, the type of relationship that you need in your life or the type of relationship you don't need in your life. But if this relationship is what you want right now and it has the potential to grow, do not try to control it, let it flow, but also build a solid foundation, a foundation that is built on healthy patterns for this relationship, understanding, respect, good communication, gentleness, and being there for each other in that way. Like this, you lay down the foundation for it to grow, because the energies underneath the surface tell us this relationship is meant to grow. All right, I hope you enjoyed this little reading. If you would like to dig deeper into your current situation, into your current relationship, please book your personal reading with me through my website or through my store at Gumroad. Or you can also purchase a pre recorded reading in which we dig a little bit deeper. Okay, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. All right, now we are going to go with the blue fairy. Okay, for those of you that picked the blue fairy and this beautiful deck. Okay, so first card will be the energies underneath the surface. The second card, what needs to be released right now? And the third card, what to focus on. So, what are the energies underneath the surface? And we have this beautiful um, card that is the Six of Pentacles, and it's all about balance. So, this card, when it's telling us about what's in the surface of the relationship, it's all about there is a balance that this relationship brings into your life, right? There is a way that this relationship is bringing, you are bringing something to the other person, and the other person is bringing something important into your life as well. So the relationship right now is saying here, right, is a relationship of give and take, right? So the surface, what's underneath the surface of the relationship is that right now there has to be a balance, right? And the relationship seems to be balanced, but also to make sure that balance stays. And we're going to look at how, right? So instead of one person having the entire control, the relationship is saying underneath the surface is about more balance, a more of a give and take at this point, right? So in order to manifest well this relationship, the energies underneath the surface says there is balance, but you need to make sure it stays balanced, right? Work on balance as the energies underneath the surface. Now, for what to release is the Queen of Swords. So this Queen is cold, it's detached, right? It's intellectual, stays a lot in her head. So the Queen of Swords is advising you what to release right now is any negative thoughts about the relationship. So because that negative thinking of things that are either not going well or even if it's not that they are not going well, but that we again take one little thing and we spin out of control with it. So this queen says, be mindful of your thoughts, right? And so release those negative thoughts, stop them before they make you say or do something that can harm the relationship, right? So another way is that this queen is very detached, right? She's not affectionate. She's not loving like the Queen of Cups. So this is what to release. Being colder, giving the cold shoulder, giving that silent treatment when things are wrong. No, 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 no. We want warmth. We want to bring warmth into the relationship, right? So that's something to release. And what to focus on. And it just goes perfect because we have cups, right? So here it's what to focus on. And we have that Seven of Cups. So focus on the things that are going well. So this pairs up with this queen perfectly because it says when the negative thoughts come in, challenge them and go into gratitude. Think about the things that are going well, right? And then change this coldness by warmth, by emotional warmth, coming from love and making things cozy between the two of you, right? So the three cards, let's recap. We have there is a relationship that underneath the surface, there is that potential for a very balanced relationship. However, we need to make sure that one of the people involved in it does not take things out of balance. So there should be a partnership, not superiority of one gives to the other, but trying to maintain this balance, right? And this is telling us also that there may be a struggle sometimes when, even though the relationship could be balanced, there may be a struggle sometimes that sometimes it's out of that balance. And instead of being partners, there is one that manipulates or that it's superior. No, 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 no. It should be a partnership, a balanced partnership of equals. And what to release? Any type of coldness, silent treatments, cold shoulders, not being affectionate, and negative thoughts. And what you need to focus on? Gratitude, focusing on the good things, challenging those negative thoughts with that, and bringing warmth, bringing love, bringing affection, hugs, kisses, laughter, right? Okay. So if you like your reading, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for weekly videos. And again, if you want to dig deeper into your personal relationship, this is a general reading. So if you want to dig deeper into your personal situation, please reach out through my email, give me a call. You can go to my website to see the contact information, or also go to inside the website or in the link here in the description. You will find the link to my store where you can buy directly your tarot reading or book your session. Now, let's look at the third deck if you picked this yellow fairy. All right, so for those of you who picked the yellow fairy, let's connect. All right, let's look what's underneath the surface in your relationship right now. What needs to be released? And what you need to focus on. Two, want to come out here. All right, so what's underneath the surface? And we have the King of Wands, right? Underneath the surface. So the the King of Wands is somebody who rules in a way that is passionate, right? Who is very confident, has that inner fire in them. So when we talk about what's underneath the surface in this relationship, there is fire. There is somebody with a very strong personality that feels very passionate, either passionate in the sense of romantic, intimate passion, or very passionate about their beliefs and what they want. So there is underneath the surface, there is one of the two of you, either you or the other person, has the upper hand, right? So feels things very strongly, is more passionate, is less flexible. So this is what's underneath the surface. So it's not as balanced as we were seeing in the other deck, but in this one we have that one of you drives more this relationship because they are more passionate, and this is not in a bad way. So there is one of you who's driving more where this relationship is going. Now, what needs to be released? And we have the Queen of Pentacles. And it's interesting because here we have underneath the surface, one has the upper hand, one is more passionate or more leading where this relationship is going. But what needs to be the release is the Queen of Pentacles. And this by no means is about genders or it is about that energy, right? So here we have the king, that it's that more stronger masculine energy, and the Queen of Pentacles, or what needs to be released, is the need for not control, but the need to overpower what's underneath the surface, right? So if one person has more of that driving force, right, enjoys making plans more, being the one that controls more the situation, this is not about letting go and not owning your own power. No, 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 no. It just means to have more of a, or release more the need to argue. So, the way to put it, let me just make sure I'm using the correct words. The way to put it, what I'm sensing is choosing your battles. So, either if you are the one that's the driving force of the relationship, or the other person is the one with that inner fire, choose your battles at this time. Release that need for confrontation. It's choose your battles wisely. That's the best way to put what needs to be released here. And now, what to focus on? We have the Fool, excellent, and the Knight of Cups. And this is perfect because the Fool is telling us what you need to focus on right now is where the relationship is going. So, the future, not past arguments or just going back in circles with either arguments or not, or the things that you do not have in common. But where is the adventure taking in this relationship? Where are you wanting to go with it? This is what you need to focus on. Where are you going? And here we have the Knight of Cups that is telling you this. This is about energy moving forward, right? That is guided by love, because cups are love, right? Are emotions. So moving this relationship forward by not bringing out the past. You know, the past needs to be healed, and then it stays in the past. We only learn lessons from it, and then we move forward. So focus on the future of the relationship. Focus on giving it that push towards love, like with things of where do you want it to grow, how do you want it to grow, and do it by love. But this is about taking a lot of action forward, so not looking at the past. So quick recap, just to put everything in order. So there is one person in this relationship that is more the driving force, that has that inner fire. This, it's not gender roles. Again, it's one of you, either you or the other person. So that's what we have underneath the surface. One person is more the driving force. What to be released? Choosing your battles wisely, not trying to confront too much or make molehills, mountains out of molehills, right? So just choosing your battles and what to focus on, the future, and taking steps towards that. So here, and doing it with love. Maybe if you can, think of like a weekend getaway. If you cannot do that right now, maybe a date night. So moving things more romantic, but towards the future, and not talking about past arguments and digging into the past, just forward movement. So if you like this reading, again, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. That helps me a lot. And know that I offer private online sessions live via video call. I also have pre-recorded readings and we can and monthly readings as well that you can purchase at my store. I do daily reels, daily shorts with the energy for that moment, and we have our weekly videos. So there is something for every budget, and please go visit my store, my website, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you. Bye-bye. Brightest blessings.